Hey everyone, welcome back to Grumpy Monkey Technical Trading. My name is Michael. I hope you had a great weekend. I know I did. I got to spend some good time with my kids as well as putter around the house, do some chores for the wife, which I'm sure she appreciates. I hope. Also had a good Monday. I don't know if you caught my Twitter video, but I did correctly pick the bottom on that, and then it zoomed off today, which I'm super happy about. Made a little bit of money there. On today's program, we're going to be talking about Microsoft, so stay tuned. So Microsoft in the news lately for Windows 10 coming out. Adoption results early on are not too bad. Obviously mostly personal results because governments and corporations need to go through their vetting process for security and capability. So hopefully once that's complete, you'll start seeing more adoption rates go up. Xbox is kind of interesting. They're going to redo the UI and make it more one world, which I think will be great. The UI that exists currently is a bit clunky. They have the HoloLens functionality that is more of an experimental product, but it's cool to see them innovating and designing in an interesting way. They've moved away from the Windows Phone, which I think is another important one. So to me, they're an interesting company. They're someone I'd like to be invested in. Currently, I'm in HP, which is sort of in the same realm, and I'm not as stoked about that opportunity. I think they have some interesting things potentially with the 3D printing coming out, but I would much prefer to be in Microsoft, I think, overall, and need to reevaluate that position. So let's take a look at the chart. This is the weekly chart. You can see here we're towards the upwards of the range with a resistance line at just over $49. I really don't think it'll take off until it can cross that line. So that's a pretty strict boundary. And then we have this support line, and this is sort of our maximum pain, really, if we were to cross that line. So we're somewhat range bound at this point, trying to make a decision as to where we're going, which is understandable considering the market. In actual fact, considering how the market's been going lately, this is doing fairly well. You can see here I drew a resistance line on the RSI, and you can see we've crossed over it. Now it is only Monday, so this could potentially retract, but it is positive if it were to hold that. I often use RSI is really great, but people put way too much stock in the actual numbers, like 70 and 30. It's over 70, it's overbought. And it's under 30, it's oversold. But it's really, again, more a game of support and resistance that you have to play. If I go down to the stochastics, though, you can see that we kind of have this weird jaunt as of one day, where it was clearly headed down before, like an aircraft, and then someone yanked up, and we caught some major G's. So it just looks strange, and it looks like it has to correct out. You'll find if you start to look at them often through the week that there are very distinct patterns that auto-correct themselves by the end of the week. So they just don't make sense. Any other week you can see kind of flows naturally like this back and forth, right? But you don't often get these kind of weird jaunty things. You see it a bit here, right? But then it resumes its previous path. It was going down, it had this jaunt, now it goes back down again to resume that curve. I would expect something similar here. Now, if we look at the daily, really not a lot going on here, to be honest, just confirmation that we're range bound. So we have the top resistance line here, as well as a diagonal resistance there, indicating the top boundary, a support line coming in from the bottom here, and another support line on the bottom, indicating sort of the max pain, if you will. Based on the trajectory here, I expect we will hit this 48 line here, this little one, but probably not make it much past that, to be honest. Based on that weekly, it looked like next week we will reverse and resume that stochastic downtrend. If you look at the RSI, you can see we're popping in against a resistance line here. Not quite there, so I expect another few days of up to make it. That's kind of confirmed in the stochastics, which indicates that there's going to be a reversal soon. So a reversal into positivity. So yeah, I could definitely see it making up to 48. And if you were looking to get in at that point, I would maybe wait for a bit of a fall. We should be able to hit this line. That would be the third touch in recent memory. and perhaps an extreme would be down here. So perhaps that's what I will consider, maybe depending on what HP is doing as to whether I'll get into Microsoft. So that's our show for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show today. Please stay tuned. I got some more episodes coming out this week. If you liked the video, then like the video. If you really enjoyed the video, then please subscribe to the station. I will be doing these on an ongoing basis. If you have suggestions, please put them in the comments. I would love to tackle stocks that you're interested in or subjects that you're interested in. So just let me know. And with that, I will see you again soon.